Hey, it's Todd Ault. It's, what's the 25th of February, right?
Thursday.
This is the 18th episode of what may be the greatest show about risk, although today, that was a forward-looking statement, today was a bloodbath. Oh, my Lord, did I get spanked.
Everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
One of my longs that I have a 13D file on, SS&T, was up big.
Yeah.
So that saved my day.
You want? I got it loaded. If you want to pull it up and take a look at it, it's.
I don't really want to cover. Well, I'm gonna look at it a little bit, but
no, just look at it real quick.
If you pull up that chart at high of the day, let's see, where does it say the high of the day?
I think it touched 10. Right?
Yeah, it was 10:44.
Yeah.
10:45, and I saw it at 13 in the pre-market.
Pre-market, yeah.
Let's get off that chart. I don't want to dwell.
All right.
I had one up, and the rest of them were down.
Yeah.
What do you think caused the bloodbath today? This was definitely a risk-off day.
Well,
although I didn't take heed from that, and I put more risk on.
I mean, the economic data was good. Looking at the durable goods number was a 3.4% gain for January versus December. The GDP came in at 4.1% growth for fourth quarter, which was a little bit lower than the consensus. But jobless claims came in low, 730,000. The range was expected 725 to 900. So none of that really affected it.
Hey, I'm Todd Ault. This is Jason Bartholomew, and those of you who are on the radio listening to us, welcome for the first time. We're going to do our best to make sure that what we're talking about in video translates to audio.
Yeah, I mean, I guess our producer told us just to keep talking, and if we don't, if
you're on the radio, you got to keep talking.
Yeah.
Don't let there be any seconds.
No, we have to fill it.
Cannot be silence.
Our hot air must transmit through the airwaves.
What did you think of that dinner last night?
That was really good.
Yeah. What did we go to? What was the name of that place? Skylar, what was the name of that place?
Wow, it was at the RIOT.
Yeah, it was dim sum.
Yeah.
And the guy pointed out to me it's not Hong Kong dim sum, it's some other form of dim sum.
Yeah, like Taiwanese or something?
Taiwanese or something, right.
I think it was. It was really good.
Why is it counting me down?
What was it?
What was it? Dim or tin?
Din.
Din Tai Fung. Right. Wow, that was not risk on.
We had a nice din. That was nice.
Yeah, a nice din place.
Yeah.
It was great.
So hats
Why
off
do we
to them.
talk about that? Because it's a little bit of a lifestyle show, too. With the Aria Din Sao Tao Fung. Din Tai Fung. Okay. Wow, was that place great. And you guys should consider going there. It
Absolutely.
was a wonderful dinner. Andrew was there.
Yeah, we want to try carbones next.
Ooh, I think we're trying to do that tonight, actually.
Maybe. That would be awesome.
It's Tanner's James's birthday today.
Oh, yeah, carbones.
Happy birthday. How old is Tanner today? 22 years old for that brat.
Dude, you guys, you come up with some of these young bucks with some talent.
Well, so I opened the day, and I was able to sell RIOT up today. Believe it or not, I sold RIOT at 54.
Yeah.
Then I bought it back, and it's now at 55. I mean, 45.
No, 45, yeah.
Yeah, crushed.
Hey, let's cover the numbers if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's go through the numbers. I don't know what you want to talk about. Let's see.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the Dow?
We're going to talk, the Dow was a bloodbath.
The Dow was down
561.
559.85 I have. You say 561?
Close, yeah.
Tomato.
Yeah, it's fine. 31.4.
Crushed down 1.75.
Yep.
S&P?
S&P down 96.
2.45.
Yep.
NASDAQ?
I got down minus 478, 3.5%.
Crushed.
And
it felt like the Russell was okay. Actually.
Yep.
But the larger indexes. By the way, after hours today, Beyond Meat's coming out. Bunch of the high flyers.
Salesforce.
Let's talk about them real quick. Let's
okay.
get to Salesforce really quickly.
Yeah.
I'll bring up the chart on Salesforce.
CRM.
Where?
Just use it right here. CRM. Put it in there. We'll talk about it.
Had it in there.
I don't think I put that one in there.
Wow.
Sorry, my bad. Revenue is up 20% year over year.
Can you pull up the screen for us, Brett?
And
let's see. Guys, what we're looking at in this chart, got to do this for radio. You got a price of $231.08 on Salesforce. After hours 223. So the stock is down 8 in the after hours.
Yeah, just like Redfin. Also, we'll get into that one, but they have a $27.7 billion acquisition of Slack. I'm sure a lot of you listening on have probably used Slack in their workforce, whatever they do in their careers. That's going to close this year, but the earnings they destroyed. It was $1.04 earnings per share versus 75 cents expected. Revenue came in $5.82 billion versus $5.68 billion expected. So, how are they rewarded? How are the shareholders rewarded? Down, looks like, what is that, 11? Down 7.5, 7.5%, call it, total in the day.
Really? Yeah, peak to trough, right?
So,
well, I guess if you're looking at the chart here, we're going left to right. Today was a down day for them, and then after hours, good earnings, and they were even lower. Salesforce has actually pulled back in the last 5 days off. It's
yeah.
I wouldn't say it's rolled over. Is it still up year to date? Year to date, it's up almost 11%. Right?
Yep.
So, anyways, so that's where we are in Salesforce. What else we got?
Well, the big topic of the day obviously was GameStop, GME.
I thought the big topic of the day was Lady Gaga.
Oh, yeah, we could talk about that.
No, let's talk about GME first. But we have difference of opinion, right? I thought Lady Gaga and her reward for her dogs. Forget the fact that someone got shot.
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk about those two dogs.
Well, she's offering like 10 Bitcoin for the reward.
Is it true? Is she paying in Bitcoin?
No.
Oh.
I just wanted to get your attention.
Ah, you got my full attention now.
So, yeah, it seems like the media and everyone on social media is not talking about the actual human that got shot in the chest at all. They're talking about the two French bulldogs and the $500,000 reward, quote, no questions asked, unquote, from Lady Gaga to find and recover her precious dogs.
Would you really pay someone $500,000 to get your dogs back? Skylar, you're saying it, but you don't have $500,000. You pay $500,000 to get your dog back.
Well, what percent of her net worth is that?
It's not my dog. It's my kid. All right, we need help here. Okay, we're going to come back to Lady Gaga. So today, GameStop, the low was 101, the high was 184.
Yeah.
Sounds like value investing there. I mean, what I see in GameStop is just fundamental investing. I mean, 50% retracement in one day makes sense to me, doesn't it?
I mean, especially it's the top left. I have it loaded. It's
Brad, I pulled the chart up of
far left.
GameStop. No, it's there. I got it. Look at this.
Dude, it was 200 yesterday when I called that.
199.
That was close enough.
199 some change. She's counting.
Yeah.
It's 102.72. What we're looking at GameStop today, for those people on the radio, is GameStop up 18.57 from the close yesterday. But that doesn't tell the full story. It's down,
off the highs.
This is insanity.
Yeah.
It hit 184 intraday today. But last night in the aftermarket, we saw it at 199.5. You were almost perfect there. So what's the fundamental developments of GameStop today, and why should investors be looking at GameStop?
I think the main reason is if you are really like cartoons and memes and videos with rocket emojis and Photoshop Elon Musk heads on top of rocket emojis. I think those are good fundamentals that you want to buy that.
So would you buy like more GameStop based on the number of emojis you could find on your phone?
Yeah, I mean that's a key element of acquisition of that stock. If you have enough rocket emojis, then you should probably buy that number of shares. I'm not recommending that, but obviously you know I'm joking.
For those of you who are on the radio or watching us on, I guess, film, right, on YouTube, this is a show for entertainment purposes, and I think you're getting entertained with GameStop, right?
What a wild ride! I mean, just crazy. Speaking of wild rides, what about Workhorse? They went for quite a ride. Oh, man.
I've been making money on Workhorse, and then today, wow. Jason, you got to cover this. Let's hear about what happened and what's going on with Workhorse. I pulled it up there.
There we go.
Guys, we're looking at a chart the whole day. Workhorse, 1706 in the aftermarket, closed up 24%. Just right at the close, the last hour, you heard some news. What was the news, Jason?
So the news was the Democratic Congress was going to block the United States Postal Service's deal with Oshkosh. That's ticker OSK, I believe it is. And so what happened was Workhorse was kind of the front runner, the actual lead horse in the race to get that contract with the Postal Service. But yesterday, out of nowhere, they were blindsided, and the post office came out and announced that they were going to do a deal with Oshkosh. So that immediately pummeled Workhorse, sent the horse down to let's see, it went down from 28 to 13 yesterday. So today around the close, they came out and said they were going to block the deal. The Democrats did, and it catapulted up back into the race, and it went to it went to $19.70, and now it's at 17-ish in the after hours. So quite the ride.
You know, I feel like the other day was National Margarita Day, right?
Yeah.
I could use a margarita right now. This is just an ugly day, and we got to get through what happened today. Why do you think the market sold off so hard?
I mean, there's really...
Come on, man.
Money rotation went to... It was really isolated. I mean, most of the phone traders, I'll call them mobile traders. I mean, you know where they went. They went to GME, they went to AMC, and they went to KOSS. I myself went to KOSS. Traded that.
For full disclosure, I traded that last night. And I got nervous with it. And so I ended up literally trading. Can you pull up the screen real quick, Brady? What we're looking at is a screen of KOSS up today 16.7%, down in the aftermarket. Now it's 1983.
Yeah.
One of the meme stops, Reddit stops.
Yeah.
There's Reddit stocks.
Yep.
This stuff is not risk on to me. This is risk stupid.
Yeah, I took it 28 to 33, and that was enough for me.
I made like $1 or something.
Yeah.
After I put the trade on, because you influenced me, I blame you for a second.
That's okay.
After I put the trade on, I realized, why am I long this thing?
Yeah.
And I immediately put it self because I felt like this isn't risk, this is insanity. But you're right, it does have a low float.
Very low float.
Very low float.
Yeah.
Right.
So under $1 million.
Yeah.
So it's easily influenced when a lot of activity comes its way.
So they make headphones?
Yeah. KOSS.
Does anyone buy those headphones?
I mean, they're a value headphone. I mean, I guess
what does that mean, value?
Affordable.
Low cost.
Yeah.
Medium cost.
Yeah. I guess their higher end would be maybe a medium cost. So, are they a favorite of the modern day gamer? No, I don't think so.
What's the modern day gamer use?
They use Sennheisers. I think some Bose. I'm not really a gamer, so I would guess that those two were probably pretty popular.
Right. What else was risk on today?
Well, EBON.
Oh, EBON.
Yeah, it's a solid.
eBay.
They came out.
Well, I don't understand why they would want to. I thought we were done with Litecoin.
Apparently, they make ASICs
Can you
miners.
bring this chart up real quick? They make ASIC miners. That's the big deal. Why put your time anywhere else?
I mean, I don't know. It seems like they just have as much. They have the capabilities to do it. Dogecoin mining. I don't know about that. Litecoin has value. Litecoin still has value for sure. So
Dogecoin.
Doge. Why don't you just buy the Dogecoin if it's for 4 pennies?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna shapeshift Doge. You're gonna change. That little doggy of Dogecoin. For those of you that don't know, there's like the meme. That's a meme. It's got I don't know what kind of dog it is, but it's not Lady Gaga's dog.
Sure.
But yeah, it's like 4 or 5 cents. But there's been times when Elon Musk has tweeted about the coin and it's gone hyperbolic to like.
But these guys make actual miners.
Yeah,
right?
miners and ASICs chips. Yes, semiconductor chips. And they are legitimate. Like this is in my opinion, this is a great stock to trade, swing trade based on market indicators, based on Bitcoin.
Brett, are we off the screen now?
So that was one. I got slaughtered in AREC.
How bad?
Well, let's look. I think we're at pull up AREC. Let's take a look.
AREC?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we just pulled up the screen. What are we looking at here for the radio listeners? We're looking at American Resources.
Okay, I'm in at
and they were down 20% of the day at $1.15. In the aftermarket, they're right where they closed at $4.54.
Yeah, I'm 2,500 shares at $4.88.
Ah, dude.
Yeah, you know,
30 cents.
Yeah.
In this market, you're fine.
So that was one. That's the rare earth minerals.
Sure.
Also,
hey, so the show's going to play, right? This Sunday at 10 a.m., KFIB 1150, correct? The Patriot Network? Is that right?
I think that's right.
I sure hope I got that right. What kind of DJ am I, or what host am I if I don't have that right? But yesterday it was being posted up right there so I could see it. K what? KFEIB? KEIB AM 1150 in Orange County in Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's a pretty big population.
Do you feel like a radio star now?
I think we better have our stuff together.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know.
Did you hear about the, speaking of Dogecoin and Tesla, and I guess Tesla was down today.
Hard.
They halted, there's a hiccup in the Model 3 production. They didn't disclose it, but they've halted that production from, I guess it's retroactive to February 22nd to March 7th. So that was probably something that, and with the market selling off, it was down 9%. After hours, I think it recovered a little bit.
I see it down 58 points or 7.83%.
Okay.
Listen, it's always dangerous to talk about Tesla, but I want to pull it up real quick. Guys, Tesla makes a wonderful product, and I'm not commenting on the product at all. I'm just commenting on the stock right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at a chart where it's up in the aftermarket to 684, but it started the day off around 735 or so.
It forward split, right? Four times. What? How? Remind me what it did. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So the chart is 735 down to 682. Trading a little bit in the aftermarket, but I'm looking at the year-to-date chart, and that couldn't be right. That's not possible. No. They're not down 47%. They're down for. I know that the other day.
No, $47.
Oh, is that 47?
Yeah, 6.5%. That makes sense.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Sorry, I was reading that wrong.
Yep.
So Tesla's down for the year now.
Yeah, but you know what? Multiply that by 4. You're looking at $2,700 a share. If they didn't, remember they split 4.
It was 5 for 1.
Was it 5 for 1 or 4 for 1?
I'm not suggesting it didn't do really well.
Right, of course.
But if you carefully look at the market, one of the things that I talk about with risk on is. You have to look at the longer term trend too, right?
Yeah.
And Tesla has been a screamer for a while, but it's starting to underperform. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not suggesting that it's going to continue to underperform. This is a commentary. It's not a recommendation.
Right.
But if you look at it, it is either a healthy pullback or a level of underperformance, right?
Well, what's the market cap? It's
stratospheric.
It's like. And now we've got more competition coming on board. You know, CCIV came out with their Lucid Motor sedan. That thing looked really sharp. BMW, Volkswagen, even
Audi.
Even Audi, even Hyundai.
Right.
So you've got a lot of stuff that's coming out.
But the brand name obviously is Tesla.
Yeah, obviously.
Is that chart still up, or are we taking it down? It's down. Okay.
So speaking of with electric cars, you know we didn't talk about QS. Did you do anything with QuantumScape?
I did not today.
Okay, because
I wanted to get long at this morning, but I didn't.
You know, Volkswagen is an investor in QS with that solid state lithium battery. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it kind of beat the market today. I mean, it didn't sell off too bad, 3.5%.
I got a bunch of stuff I want to cover, so let's get to all the stocks we want to cover now, and then we're going to go into some stories. Charlie Munger yesterday. Wow.
Now, what is he, like 97 years young?
97 years old and whipping some. I mean, I don't know if there wasn't someone that he didn't take a shot at.
Yeah, Bitcoin. I mean, everybody.
I mean, he just was tough. Hey, listen, if I look a little staggered to you, well, I'm not talking about my weight, by the way. I'm definitely overweight, but I'm a little tired.
Well, for the radio listeners.
I was up late last night trading.
Yeah.
And I can just feel the heaviness of the market. And then I had that monster win where I think I was up at one point around $4 or $5 million.
You texted me. It was like...
It was rocking, right? And I wasn't able to sell much of it for various reasons.
Right.
So I'm a little down about how heavy the market feels. And I frankly, one of the things I talk about with discipline is that I didn't really want to put anything on, but I was compelled to had a little FOMO. I had some good trades this morning. But I felt like there shouldn't be a lot of risk on, right? And I actually owned the S triple Qs, and so those paid off today.
Yeah, that paid off well. Yep.
Paid off well. Those was a short bet, but it's a hedge against the market.
Yep.
But I see things rolling over here, and there are going to be some screaming bargains. For
sure. And
Yeah.
I was right going on to the air. I was asking, full disclosure, I was asking Todd to buy RDFN Redfin. They had
we did buy Redfin.
Yeah, we bought Redfin. It had a great earnings.
But it was brutalized today.
Yeah, it was destroyed.
Down 17.97. The stock is 73, 74 in the aftermarket right now. And it was down over 19%. High of the day 86.88, low of the day 72.70. Why are we long Redfin?
Earnings beat was 11 cents versus 4 cent street. Revenue $244 million, beat of $233. Stock gets rewarded down 16%. That's just crazy. Redfin, the real estate numbers have come in this week. Existing home sales, incredible. Interest rates still low. Opportunities pretty much everywhere. You have Redfin, who has a nice business model. They offer cash back to listing to all homeowners and home buyers. They have an algorithm that's based on the territory where the home is being bought or sold, and they share the commissions from their real estate agents with the homeowners, which is a cool model, but also they're full service. They're not a discount broker. They've got a great CEO, Glenn Kelman. They're based out of Seattle. They've got a nice work environment. Full disclosure,
I knew this was coming.
Yeah, my wife did work for Redfin, so
Yeah,
I do know
sure.
a little bit about the company. I just like their model. I like the entire situation there. So, yeah, I wanted to get long with Redfin. Seems like an overreaction.
Ethereum, $1,513, and Bitcoin is now 47,960 or so. So that's under a little bit of pressure, too. I saw Blink down to 38 today.
Mm-hmm.
That got hit pretty hard.
What about Plug, Plug? That's the other one I look at for green.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? Are we going to be able to get RIOT in the 30s?
Hope you're wrong, man.
But will you show the
Plug
conviction?
Power down 682 today at 44.89, up $1.55 in the aftermarket. Crushed. These things are there. You could argue that it's. By the way, full disclosure, if you haven't heard any of the other shows, for those of you on the radio, I'm long Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Although last night in my personal account, when we were at dinner, I sold some of my personal Bitcoin at 51,000.
You did.
Just because I bought some at 46 back the other day on the flash crash,
Mm-hmm.
and thought that I'll take some off. This thing will probably keep rallying, and it didn't. It went lower.
Yeah.
So I'll probably look at buying some crypto more tonight. But the company's long it. Obviously, we own it. We mine crypto.
Yep.
And I won't discuss the company's intentions there. But we always say we're, for full disclosure, those on the radio, everyone, that we are long crypto. And what I mean by crypto is Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Do you actually own any Bitcoin yourself?
I do not own any Bitcoin right now.
But you own silver bars.
Yeah, I own a lot of silver.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there could be some argument. There could be some argument that the sell-off is healthy. But when you see GameStop up to 200 yesterday, it makes me nervous that we're in a really weird environment. By the way, if you're getting any value out of the show, if you like the show, we'd appreciate it if you subscribed and ring the bell and made sure you get notified, like the show, because that just helps us in the algorithm. Those of you who are on the radio, you can reach us on the radio. If you're just a first-time listener and never knew who we were, you can go to Todd Ault on YouTube or Risk On YouTube, and you can find our show. We're on every day right after the market, about 2.5 hours out. So if you're on the East Coast, it's about 8 o'clock, about 5 o'clock on the West Coast. Jason and I talk about risk on. That's a Wall Street term for, and really kind of my lifestyle, and that is I am an entrepreneur. I've been involved in taking over companies, public companies. I'm executive chairman of Ault Global on the New York American. We look at opportunities, and we consider these risk-on opportunities to be what we think eclectic or a little bit out of the norm, and we're willing to criticize ourselves and be transparent about it.
Yeah.
I did some private investing yesterday in a couple. I did a PIPE yesterday, which I'll disclose soon, in a public company, and I'm soon going to file a 13D on a big company. Well, big company to me. Sorry, it is not a big company.
Yeah.
I got another 13D coming. What do you got? What are you working on right now for yourself? What do you like? Where would you put money? If you were going to put some risk on right now, I know you have some. You're down a little bit. We just bought some Redfin, but yeah. What do you like right now?
Like tomorrow, I'll probably buy. Full disclosure, I'll probably buy PSLV, which is Eric Sprott's silver fund. For those of you who've been watching, you know I'm a precious metals bug. I love gold and silver and platinum. And then I'll probably buy more AG, First Majestic Silver. And actually, I found out I can buy silver bars through First Majestic Silver out of British Columbia, Canada. So I'm probably going to start buying some bars from them.
You can buy bars direct?
Yeah. I just realized that somebody, actually, one of the if you haven't checked out Wall Street Silver, it's like Wall Street Bets. One of the metalheads on there told me about it. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't know that. So I'm going to definitely partake in that. Also, I'm looking at, with the AREC that I have a position in, I'll probably double down in that position. Nothing's changed about that company. I'm not recommending you do that, but it's rare earth minerals. We need rare earth minerals for green technology.
Biden just signed an executive order, right?
Yeah, he did.
What was that about?
That's basically to protect our national defense interests. And because China has the control of 90% of the rare earth minerals, and we need to ensure that we are able to protect our national defense and our national interests. So he kind of continued on with the Trump policy on that. I was pretty surprised about that. So
RIOT is now in the aftermarket 43.
We're going to get the 30s.
Down a ton.
Are you gonna buy down? Keep buying down?
I'm
with
averaging
conviction
down a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Don't throw me under the bus there, my man.
That's fine. I mean, you're just disclosing.
I can't help myself, right?
Yeah. So, did you want to talk about some crazy stuff? Like, I find this crazy. So, does everyone know who Mr. Potato Head is?
God.
So, Mr. Potato Head is a potato. He's a toy. Hasbro makes him. And I read today on the news that they were actually going to cancel Mr. Potato Head. Well, they're going to assign him a gender-neutral name. Just going to call him Potato Head now. So it's kind of an interesting thing. I just kind of read that. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. There's another character that's canceled. Uncle Ben's Rice canceled, Aunt Jemima products canceled. We're just canceling everything. I mean, it seems like history doesn't even exist. It doesn't matter. Abraham Lincoln.
We're all over the map a little bit here, but I will come back to the Potato Head thing. But some of the things I wanted to talk about, and if we could bring it up on the screen here.
Oh, wow.
Scroll down.
I didn't know that.
So Steak and Shake avoided. Okay, so let me give you the history here. Steak and Shake was. Are we on the screen right now? Yeah, I saw that. Can you take us off for a second? Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake avoided bankruptcy. Now, they're owned by a holding company called Biglari Holdings, Sandar Biglari. And that used to be Steak and Shake's been around a long time, based in Indiana, the company. Sandar bought control of it a few years ago, probably 10 years ago or so. Mm-hmm. And he then borrowed money against Steak and Shake, sent it to the parent company. And they avoided so the key thing, the most important thing to understand is, I got a better screen. You can pull it up now, by the way. Most important thing and if you could stay on the Steak and Shake thing while I talk. So what we're looking at on the screen is Steak and Shake avoids bankruptcy and sues its lender. Okay, so I want to get really interested. So Fortress Investment Group, which is very well known, which is owned by SoftBank, they were looking at the books for 15 pieces of property, real estate, they were going to buy from Biglari Holdings, which owns Steak and Shake, but the liabilities of Steak and Shake are not a direct liability of the holding company. Its symbol is BH on the New York Stock Exchange. There's an A and B class shares.
Okay. And
I followed Sindar. We've done some takeovers not together, but like the same time kind of time frame. He's younger than me, but we have similar careers. So they signed NDAs and non-disclosures, and they gave him a bunch of information on the company. What does Fortress do? They go buy the debt. And then they tell Biglari, we're not going to let you pay it back, not going to let you restructure. You have to pay it back in full or put it into bankruptcy. They bought the debt at a discount. They paid some premiums for the debt the way it was trading. This is syndicated debt in the aftermarket. And it was like $156 million or so. So Fortress did the whole loan-to-own thing.
Mm-hmm.
After they got into the books of Steak and Shake,
Mm-hmm.
they went and bought the debt in the open market. And then they basically said, we're not going to let you restructure it.
Oh my God.
We want to take over the company, Steak and Shake.
Right.
And what's Sandar do? This is a move, man. This guy, and I want to say he's my like risk-on guy of the day, right? Or maybe the month.
Yeah.
This guy's got huevos. And he went out and got the $100 million, paid them back in full on the debt.
Wow.
Where they couldn't take over the company. This is a great story, and we're going to try to put links up later in the week. I'm going to feature this story. I think the guy, and he doesn't do interviews with the press, and he's not like me. He's not as open about things, and to my own detriment, maybe I shouldn't be either, right? But I really thought this was an amazing story. And those, Steak and Shake is it's been around a long time. Very popular in the Midwest, having some trouble because of COVID, trying to redo the stores. He had a tremendous success with it after he took it over. I thought he was going to lose it.
Wow.
But anyway, so Big Larry Holdings is now suing Fortress for what they did.
How? Why?
Well,
What's the?
when you gave them, they basically took confidential information.
Oh, I see.
And then in other names of funds and subsidiaries, they bought up the debt while they were doing it.
Yep, that makes sense.
Really deceiving behavior of Fortress. So obviously this is all alleged behavior. You can read about it. Go to Google and type in Steak and Shake avoids bankruptcy and sues its lender. You can see the story if you are on YouTube. Obviously, it's up on the screen real quickly. But really, this is a fascinating story. And you need to read about Big Larry Holdings. Now, that stock has underperformed the last few years.
Right.
He did a reorg. He put himself – he renamed Steak and Shake to Big Larry Holdings, and he put the company down as a subsidiary. Sound familiar, by the way?
Yeah.
He renamed the public company, right?
Yeah, I
after himself, kind of. Although I named mine after my grandfather, who gave me $1,400 to start my business about 34 years ago.
Yeah, but adjusted for inflation, that's
a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a big number.
I actually had to pay that $1,400 back, by the way. So it was a loan, but thanks, grandfather.
Was that
He's not alive anymore.
Well,
but his name,
hey.
my name is Milton Charles Ault III. He's Milton Charles Ault Jr.
Yep.
There you go, right? My friends call me Todd. You can call me Todd in that audience. So this, I thought, was a fascinating story about how a little intrigue and espionage happening in the takeover game. And Fortress, naughty, naughty, naughty. Anyways.
So they thought they had it. It was a shoo-in because they could do on demand that balloon payment of that debt.
Well, how you do this loan-to-own thing is
Yeah.
you basically lend money knowing they can't pay it back, and then
Right.
you use that bankruptcy filing
Yep.
for them to credit bid that. Now, they did this to Fortress did this earlier to a hamburger chain called Crystals.
Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with
And
that.
so they own Crystals now. They
Okay.
credit bid, I think, for $27 or $23 million in bankruptcy court.
Wow.
This is a ruthless move on Fortress's part,
Yeah.
and I thought that was fascinating.
So Steak and Shake survives, but Fries dies. Is that too soon from yesterday? Sorry. That's kind of trying to make a
Yeah,
joke.
I really sad yesterday for those of you who are listening to the radio and don't know this. Fry's Electronics,
Yeah.
they fried.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, that's
Is that too soon?
Yeah, but I hope all the employees get a job. With
I'm really
Best
sad about it.
Buy
I
or-
went to Fry's,
Yeah.
and there is a warehouse in Vegas the size of well, I know, Brett, you've been to Fry's, right?
It's
What about
huge.
you? Been to Fry's?
Nick?
What do you think of that one over in Vegas, that Fry's? Now, you guys, for those of you who are in radio, and you've not been to Fry's in Vegas, it is the size of what, Brett? What is the size of? It's like an airplane hangar,
That's a
as
good
big as you can be, right? And just decided to go one day out of business. Started right in Sunnyvale?
Yeah, in 1985.
Really?
31 stores they had.
They were huge at one time.
Those are big. I mean, these are monster stores.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean,
Yeah.
it's weird to see these big mega stores get Amazoned. The Death Star.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos. Alderaan is gone. Sorry, it's a repeat from yesterday, but I can't get over how Amazon continues to annihilate companies. The Death Star comes around to your planet, and it shoots a laser, and you're dust, like incinerated, right? And it's a memory.
It almost makes me want to start an aggregate company that focuses on just harvesting small businesses, putting all their goods online.
Isn't that called Shopify?
Well, kind of, but even like smaller, more intimate businesses, small
Like what?
mom and pops.
Marijuana businesses?
Well, maybe, but you know, just all sectors of business, because they're getting just crushed by Amazon. They're getting crushed by Walmart. I mean, it's hard to compete. I mean, you got Amazon Prime. We're so spoiled. Sometimes the logistics and the supply chain's so good, you get it the next day. I mean,
so
2 days.
My producer, one of my producers, Skyla.
Mm-hmm.
I think she gets a package delivered every day from them. Every single day.
They deliver it.
Like literally every single day.
Is that signature required?
Like, what could be in there? No, they just throw it on the porch.
Nice.
We're in a gated house, so like they kind of throw it through the gate or something like that.
Wow.
Every day. Like, I mean, literally, I don't know that a day goes by. I'm like, so do you just sit there and order every day so something comes the next day? Or I don't know.
Is that free shipping?
But I have to say,
wow.
one of the things I was very pleased about with her was that I love this stuff called Old Boss.
Uh-huh.
If you ever had Old Boss, they should be a sponsor of this show. Old Boss is like the greatest tea, and anytime I don't feel good or I'm getting sick, I take Old Boss. But they're kind of sold out, but you can get them on Amazon. The story, where were we going? Where were we going for Old Boss? Sprouts, right?
Oh,
you couldn't get it.
Wow.
And this shit is sorry for the radio. Whoops, I apologize. Beep. This stuff is very expensive. What do you do about that? What do you about? Do you beep that out? Sorry about that.
We got great producers.
For a little bit of tea, like $15 to $18.
Wow.
And here's Skyla, big bucks, getting 3 of them. Have them sent to the house.
Wow.
I need them too, right? Anyways, I digress. Steak and Shake, Big Laurie.
Yep.
Excellent job in fighting back treacherous behavior from Fortress, allegedly, right?
For sure.
So what's on your mind? You want to go back to Lady Gaga now?
I mean, we can go back to Lady Gaga.
So we're hearing grief that the dogs got a reward.
Yeah.
But the person was shot 3 times.
Yeah.
And they lived?
Allegedly, yeah. I think they're alive.
Right.
Dog walker gets shot. Dog stolen. $500K reward. No questions asked.
That's $250,000 per French bulldog.
Yeah. So.
But for Lady Gaga, that's probably what, one night in Paris?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, she just makes enough money that 2 bulldogs.
Doesn't she have a residency here? Well, when we get back opened up, I think she does.
In Vegas?
Yeah. I think she does at the park.
Really?
Yeah, because every time I walk through the park, which hats off to the park for being smoke-free. No offense to anyone that smokes, but I think it's just a bad habit. So they're smoke-free, so sometimes I'll go there and do a little bit of gambling. And I noticed there was like a pop-up area with Lady Gaga like stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
All I know is last night at the Aria, Tim Duck Fong or whatever it was called, Tin Fuck Dong or Dong whatever it's called. What's it called? Got to edit that one out too. Keep track of that time frame there.
Dim Tai Phone.
Ding Tai Fung.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great.
Service was great.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah, I loved it. Dim sum for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Apologize. Got a couple bleeps there. I'm learning, guys, on the radio. We're getting used to this.
So,
hey, this is a conservative network. The radio network is Patriot Network.
yeah, Patriot Network.
Sean Hannity.
Yeah.
Dave Ramsey.
Yeah, there's several.
Do you think Dave Ramsey advises people on risk on to be trading RIOT blockchain?
Do you think he likes taking positions in KOSS with 800K floats?
I think that is just not. That's not a trade.
I heard Bitcoin's tanking right now. I'm not very happy about that.
You heard it's tanking?
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. It could be fake news.
Well, as I sit here on the air / radio, and I look for Bitcoin, I think that let me look it up real quick. Where's Bitcoin at? I think it is. It's at 48,176.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not tanking.
So,
anyways,
you think part of the reason why cryptocurrency just is 24-hour trading enables it to be like it's so liquid, there's so much activity. I mean, the mobile apps are really holding up the digital currency trading, especially on the weekends, simply because the regular markets are closed, but they can get their fix by trading cryptocurrency.
well, now that we just changed subject from Steak and Shake, we talk about. By the way, I'm long Bitcoin, and those of you, for full disclosure, this is an entertainment show, but we do own Bitcoin. I do, and for the company too. It does trade 24/7, 365 all the time.
Yep.
Has these little flash crashes, but it is globally accepted now. It seems like, okay, so it's not globally accepted, but it's globally traded. There's no question that you watch it trade all the time. It literally, and by the way, for Robinhood, they actually have an excellent platform for Bitcoin trading.
Can you trade that on margin? I don't know.
Oh, you
I've
can.
never-
They'll give you a margin, Robinhood.
And what about
And by the way, they have Dogecoin on there too.
yeah?
And they have Ethereum. It's pretty amazing.
What about like settlement? Is it T0? Like, does it settle immediately?
I think it settles the next. I don't know. I don't
That's-
know. I never looked.
I haven't traded it on there, so I'm not sure.
I traded on there all the time. I just traded it last night. In fact, I feel like I should just do a trade right now while online. So let's just do this together. You go to Robinhood here, right?
Yeah.
And for those of you on the radio, I'm logging onto my Robinhood account. And it's I sold it yesterday, as you can see, right? You can see my history. Look at it, it's down pretty hard.
Yeah.
You just click buy here, and then you pick the amount of dollars you want to put into it.
Right.
It tells me what I have available. Well, let's put that amount in there, and then swipe up.
And that's it.
And look at that, ding, and then you're long Bitcoin, right? So I bought this stuff I sold back.
Wow, that easy.
That quickly, you're
Yeah.
long Bitcoin. And then look what's here. With Robinhood, you just scroll down and it tells you your cost and how
Yep.
much you own, the percentage of your portfolio, and you're done. You're long Bitcoin. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Everything in life has risk.
Yeah.
What does risk on mean to you? It means we're long Bitcoin.
Yeah, risk on can mean a lot of things. I mean, you can use that term in your life in all kinds of situations.
Right.
Risk on is
What's
like,
going on in the poker world? For those of you watching or on the radio,
Yeah.
Jason is a professional poker player.
Yeah.
Now, what do you, Texas, high-low, Hold'em? What do you do?
We play Texas Hold'em, yeah.
You don't play Omaha?
Once in a while I'll play some Omaha if the game is juicy, but that's
What's your favorite game? Is it No Limit?
Yeah, no limit Hold'em.
Are you like Chris Moneymaker?
No, not really. Chris Moneymaker's I mean,
Did he play anymore?
yeah, he still plays.
Really?
Yeah, he's
Have you ever played against him?
yeah, I've
What's the most
yeah.
famous poker player you played against?
No, I played with Moneymaker.
You did?
Yeah, I've played with
Did you whip his
somebody busted
booty?
him. Ivy, all of them.
You play with Phil Ivey?
Yeah, he's been at my table. I just folded for the whole time he was there
Why?
because he's just intimidating. He's a beast.
You're afraid of him?
Yeah, he's a monster.
Aren't you like 6'3"?
Yeah, but no, I mean playing wise, just his skill set.
Really?
Yeah, he's in my opinion the
All
best.
right, we're getting somewhere with it.
So-
Let's go on to this therapy session about you being afraid of poker players.
Yeah.
What other poker players are you afraid of?
Well, he's basically the only one. I mean, there's
Phil Ivey.
yeah, Ivy's just he'll give you that stare.
Does he?
Yeah.
Does he win?
Yeah.
You play cash games against him or not cash games?
There's
Just tournament.
A couple tournaments I've been in. His
So
table.
you played against Ivy.
Cash
famous
games, he plays nosebleeds. That's too high for me. For those of you that don't know what nosebleeds are, it's just a high stakes poker, like very high stakes, like way above my bankroll.
But what's
so.
an example of like the amount high stakes?
Well, he would play like online. He would play like 500, 1,000. Those would be the blinds. So just to play a hand of poker, you would have to post a blind of $1,000. So he would have a starting stack of about $100,000.
Wow.
It's about 100 big blinds. Sometimes the games play even bigger and they buy in uncapped, which there's no buy-in limitation.
How do you online make sure now? So I'm going to go down a different path. We'll talk another time. You can explain to us why online poker is safe and that actually the cards are legitimate and all that. I don't understand that part.
Well, it's
But
audited.
no, I want to go back to
ahead.
tournament play. So
Yeah.
you just out of Florida. What other besides Phil Ivey? Who else have you played?
Just about
Phil Hellmuth? Have you been?
Yeah, Helmuth's been at my table. Yeah,
Really?
all the pros, like
Daniel
Annie
Negreanu?
Duke, Daniel Negreanu.
Annie Duke, which is Helmuth's sister.
Yeah,
No, they're sisters. Sister brother.
No,
Annie Duke is related to Phil Hellmuth. Is that not the case?
no, she's got a brother. I just can't remember who
It's
it
Phil
is.
Hellmuth. Come on.
Look it up. I don't know about
Come
that.
on. Hey, Skylar, can you look that up for me?
Yeah, it's not Phil Hellmuth. I'm trying. to think
Who's
who it
Annie
is.
Duke, the professional poker player's brother? Come on. It's Phil. For the audience, if you comment, by the way, if you comment below the first 10 people that comment, Josh is going to send you merch.
Anyway, Jennifer Harmon, Johnny Chan, all the players. They live. A lot of them live in my building, actually.
Oh, you played Johnny Chan?
Yeah, Johnny Chan.
Oh, he's like a Binion guy.
He's a nice guy, though.
Wow.
Yeah, I see him. He walks across the Harmon Street Bridge every now and then. I see him.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
What about any of the other
Uh,
big time players?
yeah, like Phil Locke
Yeah.
and
Phil-
Gentili.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot about them.
Super nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tilly, she got married to him, right?
Yep. I younger married.
Right.
If not, they've
he's
been together
he's the
forever.
Unabomber.
Yeah, the
right.
Unabomber.
Yeah.
So a lot of the younger guys too. I haven't played with Justin Bonomo, who's a beast.
Uh-huh.
But a
But
lot of these,
you won. Your biggest win is like what, 80 grand? or
yeah,
something?
I've won like a tournament. It was one time tournament 80,000. A couple of online tournaments similar 60,000, 70,000.
Right.
And then daily fantasy sports too. I can't play in Nevada. It's illegal.
Fantasy sports
You can't play in Nevada because Sheldon Adelson, RIP.
How does that make any sense?
Well, they wanted to protect their businesses. So,
Right.
did you have the answer on that? All right.
Come on, look up Annie Duke.
Here.
This isn't. Come on.
I'll look it up. It's not Phil.
Phil, it's Phil.
No, it
Let's
can't
take a
be.
bet right now. I'll bet you a
It's
dollar.
it's Howard Lederer. There, I got it. I don't
No,
even
it's not.
Yeah, it is. I don't even need to look. Snap call, Howard Lederer. Yeah.
Howard Lederer is Annie Duke's brother.
Yeah, Howard Lederer, part of the old the full tilt poker debacle from like 2008. Or
Really?
Yeah, where they stole all the players' money.
Allegedly.
No, they did. It's not alleged.
Allegedly.
No, it's not alleged.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, great. That's not good. So is Phil Poker not around anymore?
Poker Stars bought him, and they paid all the players out properly. Department of Justice oversaw it all. Yeah, this is a true story.
Wow, you're highly knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it happens to be knowledgeable when you have several $1,000s trapped online. That you
Oh,
can't
were you
get.
trapped in it?
Yeah.
Right.
So
Well,
that's what happened.
got it.
So the DOJ oversaw that, and Poker Stars made all the payments and made it as right as they possibly could.
Whatever
in that.
happened to party poker?
Yeah, it's still available. Not for U.S. players legally, but
Right.
yeah, it's still It's still available for the rest of the world.
I had some friends involved in NetTeller.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they did really
dude,
well.
I had some of my biggest cash outs through NetTeller.
Really?
Yeah, back
Yeah.
in the day for sure. Absolutely, they made a killing.
Like I said, if you guys comment, the first 10 comments get merch. We're going to send you merch, right, Skyline? All right,
Yeah.
cool, for sure.
For sure.
So, are you any upcoming tournaments you're going to be in?
March. Well, to be honest, I've been
What are
spending.
you now? You're busy with working.
Yeah,
Right.
honestly,
You're not going to play.
dude, tournaments are a grind.
How long are they?
I mean, if you're gonna let me stay away from work for a day or two.
let you stay away. What do you mean?
Well, you know.
You got to host a show Monday through Friday. Can't you just step off the tournament for a little bit?
Well,
Let
Friday.
them blind you out?
No. Yeah, that's a bad disadvantage. You don't want that.
No.
No, that's horrible. It's like giving away. You're just punting. It's like putting your money in GameStop. No, I'm just kidding.
But when you are playing poker and you got to go to the bathroom, they blind you out, right?
Yep.
How many times?
It's-
One or two?
It depends. It's like 10-hand. It's 9-handed. It's you post 2 blinds per orbit. An orbit is a revolution of the table, and a blind is your equity is placed into the pot without your. It doesn't matter without your consent. The money is forced. It's a forced bet. So that happens twice per orbit. So a good dealer will probably deal about 35, 40 hands an hour. So we can break that down. If you're away from the table for 10 minutes, that's 25% of 40 minutes. And at 40 minutes, you'll probably see about 4 orbits, maybe 3 orbits. So, yeah, you'll miss about 6 blinds, roughly. So,
It's not the end of the world, right?
no, it's not the end of the world. If you build up your chip stack, you can take a break.
Well, I'm going to, as we wrap up and get to kind of the last 8 minutes of the show, Jason, what do you want to cover first on your end? And then I'm going to give a little bit of the market update and cover where some things are trading.
I want to talk about tomorrow. We've got the Friday trading day, generally lower volume. Generally, I'm a little bit more cautious. Usually on Fridays, I don't trade past like 10 a.m. Unless I see something at the end of the day that I want to hold over the weekend. So that's usually my strategy. It's just a lot of profit taking. But tomorrow's a little different because it was such a bloodbath today. We'll see what happens with the overall market, and we'll see what happens with all the dollars that funneled into the Reddit tickers like GameStop and AMC and COS and Express.
Let's tell the market what's your favorite positions right now. Like, what do you like? What's the things you got to own right now, or is there nothing you got to own?
Oh, I like the silver miner AG. I like oil, but I do not have any positions in oil. But I like Halliburton and ExxonMobil. I don't have any positions, full disclosure, and I'm not recommending those. But I like those two. I like those 2 stocks.
Well, this isn't for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
So, but you're sort of do you have a risk on stock for tomorrow, or what are you looking at?
Well, tomorrow we'll see what happens with Bitcoin overnight. If Bitcoin regains 50,000, I really like EBON. So that has been a favorite of mine.
Yeah,
here.
EBON, right?
Yeah, for
eBang
sure.
is the company.
And I like
For
SOS.
full disclosure, we're long that stock. We own 10,500 shares. So
yeah.
he is telling you about a stock we own.
I like SOS also. They just sold some warrants.
I'm not long SOS. Don't know the company.
No, it's just another crypto miner from China.
Got it.
So
A couple things I want to cover. Palantir. Oh, it got smoked today, down 270. I am oh boy, I'm down about 50 grand in that name.
Yeah.
I really got my. But I like Palantir, and I've been adding to it. I am long 20,000 shares of Palantir.
What do they do? I don't even know that ticker, really. What is it? Do you know?
They are effectively a defense company. Like, think of cyber defense.
Like Northrop Grumman type defense?
No.
Oh, okay.
We'll feature them eventually.
All right,
But
cool.
they're highly technical. Peter Thiel was one of the big
yeah,
early
PayPal
investors.
guy. Yeah, I know him.
A little controversial, that company.
Yeah.
Big defense contracts, kind of black ops stuff. Really, really high end.
Now I kind of like it.
Oh, you gotta. Oh,
Shoot.
trust me. This Palantir is. You gotta look it up.
PLTR.
Actually.
I'm writing,
PLTR is
let me write that
right
down.
up your alley.
Yeah, I don't know
And-
why.
and-
Kathy Wood from ARC owns a position,
she's
correct?
she's a big fan for sure.
Okay.
I'm long Riot because I use that as a de facto being long Bitcoin.
Yep.
And Riot is down hard, down 847 today. I'm down 25 grand in Riot.
Yeah,
today.
full disclosure.
But I was up this morning about
Yeah.
20. So I think net I'm still up in Bitcoin.
I did trade Mara, which is like the little brother
Sure.
to Riot.
I got long some Workhorse.
Are you getting worked?
I'm getting work today, but I've made money on Workhorse the
Yeah.
last couple of days because I bought it down in the 14 range.
Yep.
Traded out of it as we talked about on other programs. You got me along Redfin, Ebon. By the way, none of these are recommendations. These are things you can look up that we're doing.
Yeah.
We're telling you about the risk on we're taking. We're not suggesting you take it on. Keep in mind, those positions I just talked about are in my volatility portfolio. I trade really invest in three different ways. I invest in volatility, stocks that are highly volatile for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Investments like I'm long Boeing, and I'm not selling a Boeing right now. I'm long Boeing, and bought more Boeing today, by the way, for full disclosure. I'm long about $1 million worth of Boeing. Big fan of Boeing.
That's a pretty
Right.
hefty position.
Right. And then the other stuff I do is file 13Ds. I'm an activist investor. I'm an activist on a small scale. Even the company I'm chairman of now, I bought through an activist transaction. And I did that with Franklin Capital. Back in the day, I bought Franklin Capital in 2004, took it over, changed its name to Patient Safety Technologies, was ultimately sold to Stryker for $120 million in cash. So I've been around the block, as you can tell. Don't miss a meal for Josh. If you'd like to learn more about us, for those on the radio, you can go to Todd Ault on YouTube, TODDAULT, or Risk On, and you can learn about all kinds of deals we've done. You can watch Wall Street Words, which is something where I define something in about a minute, a word used on Wall Street. As we wrap up here, you want to add any more to the stocks you're looking at?
Maybe I'm going to be looking at a little bit of the precious metals and oil and crypto, and I'm going to avoid the Reddit stocks. I'm going to try to focus on...
I don't think there's a silver stock you don't like, right?
Yeah, there are plenty. I only focus
like
on a
silver,
couple. Yeah,
for
I
sure.
like silver for sure.
Right.
So,
Hey, a couple other stocks that I'm long, by the way. I'm long the CLII, which is a Change Climate, which is Evo, Chargers?
EVgo, yep.
EVgo, for sure. A little bit of that. I already talked about being long Redfin, Boeing, and the rest of my stuff you can find on my 13Ds. So I think that catches up our disclosures. A lot of trading today as we close up here. Bitcoin.
Oh, one more I want to talk about briefly is UAMY. That's another rare earth mineral ticker. That's one I'm just going to be looking.
What do you like about it?
I'm just going to be looking at it because of the legislation, the executive order that Biden signed.
I saw Kramer talk about Martin Marietta yesterday.
Oh yeah,
the rare earth kind of company.
I haven't
right?
heard that name in a while.
What about Vulcan? Are they a Vulcan? Vulcan Materials? Are they a rare earth mineral? I know they do a lot of gravel and stuff.
Yeah, I think they have gravel. Are they coal at all? I'd have to look at that. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
So, I think that's really about all I wanted to look at for the market. You got anything else? Baseball's starting up.
Pitchers and catchers are already in camp.
We've got February. Actually,
So can you pick a team to win the World Series right now?
yeah, you can do futures
No,
bet.
but do you have one right now?
Well, I'm always going to go with the Yankees because I'm a homer, Yankees homer. So
Oh, are you from New York, right?
yeah,
That's right.
originally, yep.
Oh, so you're a pinstripe guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm always even Aroldis Chapman. Like I still have to claim him, even though he's blown up 2 World Series for us. But yeah,
True story. A friend of mine, very good friend of mine, was a manager for some stuff for Reggie Jackson,
oh
and so I've got a lot of Reggie Jackson connections, Orange County, and
yep,
I was a big Angel fan. Still am really an Angel fan.
he was with the A's too, right? Going
He
way
was
back.
with the A's. But he was with the Yankees.
Yes.
Wow.
Mr. October.
That was great. Yeah, when I was a kid.
Hey, if anybody knows his middle name, we should give away merch.
Reggie's middle name?
Yeah.
I don't know his middle name.
Uh,
But when I was a kid, some of the greatest things were watching the Dodgers play the Yankees.
yeah, I remember, like.
I was a huge Dodger fan forever. And I know this is playing in Los Angeles, so I guess I better be careful because it's going to be on the radio.
Yeah.
But I was bummed about, watching the info with Ron Say, Davey Lopes, Rick Monday, Steve Yeager, all those that unique, and then all of a sudden everything just collapsed and changed. But hey, listen, it's a risk-off day today.
Yeah.
It was a tough day. We are grateful for you watching. For those of you on the radio, thank you for joining us. This has been Risk On. I'm Todd Ault. This is Jason Bartholomew, Skyla, Brett, Nick, Josh. We'll see you later. Hey, it's February 24th, or is it 25th? February 25th, the 18th show. It's Risk On. We'll see you tomorrow.